All right, listen up. If you have ADHD and your room often looks like a crime scene, here's the thing you need to know. It's not because you're lazy, it's not because you don't care, it's because every single piece of cleaning advice that you've been given has been written for brains that are fundamentally different to yours. And today, we're gonna fix that. Hey everyone, it is me with ADHD, and today we're talking about something that I know a lot of you are going to relate to on a deep, personal, and slightly embarrassing level. The doom pile. Now you know what I'm talking about, that corner of your room, that chair, the floor space next to your bed, that surface that started as a temporary holding area has now become a permanent installation. If you've ever looked at your room and felt genuinely overwhelmed by even where to start, this video is for you. Because the reason standard cleaning advice doesn't work for you isn't a character flaw, it's neuroscience. And once you understand that, everything changes. Now let me level with you guys. I'm going to describe my room at its worst, and I want you to tell me in the comments if this sounds familiar to you. There is a pile next to my bed that has, I'm not exaggerating, like a phone charger, 3 different receipts, a book that I started 6 months ago, wrappers from foods, there's a controller from my Switch that I haven't touched in weeks. There is just stuff all over that counter. There's a chair in the corner that hasn't been sat on for months and months because it's covered in clothes. Not dirty clothes, mind, not clean clothes either though, just clothes in a state of real uncertainty into what they are. And there's a desk that has so many things on it that I have stopped being able to use it as an actual desk. And every time I look at it, I think, I really need to sort this out. And then I look away because the thought of sorting it out is so overwhelming that doing nothing feels way easier than that. Does that sound familiar? Well, here's why it happens, and it's not what you actually think. The normal cleaning advice tells you to put everything in its place. Like have a home for everything, right? If it doesn't have a home, find one. Boxes, in drawers, in cupboards and shelves with lids on and stuff. For a neurotypical brain, that works because a neurotypical brain can remember that that thing is inside the box or behind the cupboard door. But there's this thing about an ADHD brain. Out of sight is literally out of mind. So if I put something in a drawer, it doesn't exist to me anymore, if that makes sense. Not because like I'm just forgetful, but because my brain needs like a visual cue to remember that it exists. This is why ADHD clutter looks the way it does. It's not random, it's not chaos, or it is, it's organized chaos, but it is actually your brain's attempt at a filing system. Everything is out because your brain needs to know it exists still. So we're gonna build a system that works with your brain and not against it. Okay, so here's the first thing I want you to do, and it's gonna feel counterintuitive. Stop trying to hide your stuff. I know every single organizational influencer on the planet is telling you that you get matching boxes with lids and label everything and make your shelves look like a Pinterest board. That is genuinely great advice for people whose brains work differently to ours. But for us, lids are like the worst case. Drawers are the enemy. Anything that puts a barrier between you and the thing you need to remember exists is not good for you. We want instead open storage. For instance, baskets or like open shelves. Ideally, shelves or baskets that you can reach into without having to open anything up. Here's why that works for your brain specifically. One, you can see what's on there. At least you can see something is in them, which means that the thing still exists in your brain. Two, the barrier to putting things away is almost zero. You don't have to open anything, you don't have to find the right box, you just drop it in there. And for an ADHD brain, where the difference between doing something and not doing something is often how much friction is involved in that, this is perfect. Removing that friction is amazing for you. And number 3, they look intentional. A basket of stuff looks like a choice. Like a pile of stuff on the floor is chaos, but if you have a basket for it or a shelf for it, it's different. Same items, but it's completely different psychologically, the impact on how your brain feels about that space. So Step one is get different baskets of different sizes or shelves. I say shelves because I have a unit like this, which is a shelf, which I put most of my important things on for like filming and my camera stuff and all that. And this just works perfectly for that. But what you want to do is you want to take those baskets or shelves or whatever you have and put them where your doom piles are. Because here's the truth. The doom pile is going to exist whether you like it or not. Your brain is going to create holding areas. That's just what it does. So instead of fighting that, we're going to make a holding area that's a little bit more intentional and a little bit cleaner looking. Okay, now we're going to talk about how to actually clean when you're starting from the chaos that is your current doom piles. Because just tidy up is probably the most useless advice ever given to somebody with your brain. The reason cleaning feels so overwhelming is because you're trying to process everything at once. You pick up one thing, where does it go? You pick up another thing, what even is this? You move something to put something else down, and now you've made 3 new piles, and somehow the room looks even worse than it did when you actually started cleaning. Does that sound familiar? The fix is a one category at a time method, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Instead of trying to deal with everything in your room, pick one category of stuff to fix, and then you deal with only that category. Everything else stays exactly where it is until that category is done. Here's how it works in practice. The first step we'll call the trash pass. First pass, trash only. You're not tidying, you're not organizing, you're walking around the room with a bin bag, and you are only picking up the things that are like rubbish, wrappers, empty bottles, receipts, old packaging for things and boxes, nothing else. If you pick up something and it's not trash, put it back down. We're not dealing with that yet. This pass usually takes about 5 minutes, and visually the difference it makes is like immediate, which matters because your ADHD brain needs to see the progress to stay motivated. So it's perfect. The trash pass gives you that quick win that makes the next steps feel possible and achievable. Step 2, the second pass, clothes only. Pick up every item of clothing in the room, nothing else, just clothes. Now here's where I'm going to give you permission to do something that every organizational person will tell you not to do. You don't have to fold them right now. Crazy concept, I know. But the reality is, if the choice is between folding everything perfectly and doing nothing, you're gonna do nothing. So instead, dirty clothes go in a dirty laundry pile. Clean clothes go in a clean pile, or on the bed, or on the chair. We'll deal with them properly later, but right now they're off the floor, and that's the big win. Step 3, a dishes and food pass. Anything that belongs in the kitchen, that's going to be cups, bowls, plates, empty packets, anything food or drink related at all. Take them to the kitchen. Don't wash them yet though, if you don't have the energy to do that. Just get them out of the room. One category, one destination. The fourth pass is where the doom pile lives. Everything that doesn't belong in the room, that isn't clothes and food and stuff like that we've already done, that's going to be that. And here's where the baskets come in. If you're going to sort these things into 3 baskets, basket 1, that things that belong elsewhere in the house, they go in that basket, and you do one trip to redistribute them all later. Basket 2, things you need but you don't have a home for yet. So like these stay in the room in the open basket, invisible, accessible, but just not hidden. Basket 3 is like things that you genuinely don't know what to do with. Like don't want to make a decision on them right now, right? Put them in that basket. You can deal with them on a different day when you have more decision-making energy than you do today after doing all that other stuff. The key is that you're not making individual decisions about every single item. You're kind of sorting into 3 broader categories. Okay, now the 5th and final pass, surfaces only. So that's your desk, your bedside, your windowsill, your chest of drawers, whatever it is, clear each surface using the same 3 basket system that you used before. Things that belong elsewhere, things that stay but need a home, and things that you'll decide about later on. And then, this is important, leave at least one surface completely clear, even if it's just a bedside table. One clean surface in a room does something amazing to how the whole space feels. It gives your brain this visual like rest point that makes it feel like the whole room is much more manageable than it is. Now that's all good and great, but I want to talk about maintenance of this, because cleaning your room once is not the goal here. The goal is a system that makes it easier to keep it manageable, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? A perfect room is probably not a realistic goal for our brains anyway. And that's okay. What is realistic is a room that doesn't overwhelm you. And I think that these 3 things will help you to maintain that. One is the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes to put away, just do it right now, not later, because later doesn't even exist. It's not even a real thing for our brain. The basket system is permanent. Do a 5-minute reset every single evening. Not a full clean, just 5 minutes. Trash pass only. That's it. 5 minutes every evening prevents doom piles from becoming doom mountains, and it's just too much to handle. And that's it. Now I want to be like a little bit candid here. If your room is a mess right now, and I mean like genuinely overwhelming, like you can't see the floor and piles have taken over and it's that kind of a mess, I don't want you to feel like ashamed about that. I'm not here to try and shame you. First of all, because that's me normally. Like, these are things I strive for. It's not something that I accomplish every day. So I just want to get that straight first of all. And truthfully, because like, shame's a part of what will make it worse for you. You feel bad about the mess, and feeling bad makes it harder to start to do the cleaning, which makes you feel even worse. And it's a really vicious cycle, and it's a very ADHD cycle. The mess is not a reflection of like who you are or who I am. It's a reflection of the brain that was given the wrong tools for the job, if that makes sense. Now you have, hopefully with this, some better tools. So just start with that trash pass. 5 minutes with a bin bag, trash only. See how you feel after it. I genuinely want to know how this goes for you. So drop me in a comment below and let me know if this works for you, or if you can try it, or if you even like the idea. Do you have a doom pile? I know you do. There's no point in telling me that you don't, because I know you do. However, what's the most random thing that is currently in your pile? And if you try the 1 category at a time method, come back and just tell me how it went. If you want more ADHD content, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.